Our main topic discussion today, man, we mentioned it at the beginning of the show. We're talking about the Michael Jackson biopic,
Yes,
Michael, directed
yes.
by Antoine Fuqua, man. There's been a lot of buzz coming around about this film, the work that Jaafar Jackson has put into it. They're saying that he's really morphed into his uncle,
Yeah.
man. Like the screenings have gone very well. There's a lot of talk about this being one of the highest opening biopics of all time. But look, man, I'm really excited about this film, man. I know we seen the trailers, and it seemed like the casting has been on point, man.
Yes.
There's also been a lot of talk about Colman Domingo and the role that he's playing as Joseph Jackson. The father
Yeah.
of the Jacksons, and it's just amazing to see how he and Nia Long and this amazing cast has come together, and they've really seemed to morph into these characters just from looking at trailers.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Colman Domingo, that dude is an amazing actor.
He is so amazing.
He is amazing in everything that I've ever watched him in.
Yes.
He's one of those actors that, he's been in so much that,
You start to forget
start
about
to
what he's
forget
been in.
about
Yeah,
some
he's
of the
been on
things
a
that
lot.
he's been in. But then when you go back and watch those older shows or older movies or whatever, you see the growth in this guy, man. And Colman Domingo is amazing. And to see him play Joseph Jackson, man, I know he embodied that character. And he really probably, when we go to see this movie, he's going to bring Joe to light in a way that we've never seen him before.
That's saying something, man.
I'm
Because I
telling
mean,
you, man.
and one of the reasons that we chose our Be Kind Rewind is because
That's
you know,
right.
like Lawrence Jacobs
He
did such an amazing
he did
job.
such an amazing job.
playing.
I'm telling you,
Joseph
but
as well.
I already know
So-
Colman Domingo, man, took that thing to a whole nother level.
I'm excited to see, man.
Me too.
And the movie opens April 24th.
Yeah.
They've already released tickets or whatever, so you can buy your tickets early. Because who knows, it might sell out, man.
I believe it will.
But I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, looking to see what this cast has been able to do, and Antoine Fuqua has been able to do with this film. But yeah, man, like I know we haven't really talked about this, but this is like one of my most anticipated films of the year.
Oh, definitely.
And it like one thing that they're saying, man, is like this could be one of the highest opening biopics of all time. As of right now, it's projected to open within the $80 to $90 million range, man, which is phenomenal for a biopic.
For a biopic, those are crazy numbers,
For a
dude.
biopic, but
Crazy
man,
numbers.
it just says a lot about the way that people view Michael Jackson,
Oh,
because
yes.
pre-internet, before social media and all this kind of stuff, like you only heard stories about Michael Jackson. And from what I've been hearing, this is going to give you a glimpse at the man himself.
Yeah.
Not just the, what we saw on television, and like we used to see, like hear all these weird stories or whatever, but you actually get a glimpse at his life, the sadness, the happy times, like all the things he had to deal with, and how he had to almost create this person
Yeah.
that he portrayed, really.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm really looking forward to it, man. But like when you hear numbers like that, man, what does that make you think?
Man, when you hear $80 to $90 million
For a
opening
biopic.
for a biopic, man, that first off, that says something about the creative team
Yes.
behind this project. Again, Antoine Fuqua,
Man.
who's directing this thing, man, who
Yes.
is an amazing director, man. There's haven't been anything that he's done that I did not like.
Same here.
So for his name to be on it, and then to hear everything that Jaafar has done with the role of playing his uncle, and then again, man, it's been a while since we've had anything dealing with Michael Jackson or the Jackson family or whatever, and this dude, regardless, man, of what the allegations have been against him, he is an icon.
Yes.
He is on Mount Rushmore. He is one of the wonders of the world. Michael Jackson
He's the
is
greatest
just
entertainer to ever
greatest
live.
entertainer to
Greatest
ever
entertainer
live,
to ever
man.
live. And there's some great entertainers out
yes.
there.
Oh,
like,
yes.
There's some out there today.
Yes.
But like Mike is the greatest entertainer
is
of all
the
time.
greatest entertainer of all time.
He really is, man.
Growing up, we had that 80s Michael Jackson, until, his death or whatever. Then you had the younger Michael with the Jackson 5 and everything of that
You didn't
nature.
see people passing
No,
out.
you
and all
didn't
that
see
kind of
people
stuff
passing
like they
out.
did for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, no, man.
Like people
you
were
don't.
passing out. Grown men were passing out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now,
for
I would
Michael
never
Jackson.
pass out. I would never pass out. Don't get it twisted. But
Didn't I see that video of you that one time at a Michael Jackson?
yeah,
Ain't you gonna be at the movie theater about passing out?
yeah, right. That was me.
In the movie theater, Jack passing out.
Yeah. yeah, that was me. That was me. But no, seriously. Man, Michael Jackson is just that guy, man. And, his music is timeless.
It is, man.
He, even acting, man, the few things that he's acted in was good. The Wiz, man, he oh man, the Scarecrow,
man,
come
he's on down the road.
He's on down the road, man. The Wiz is an amazing movie. So again, those numbers, just off of people thinking about who Michael Jackson was to them, I can see those numbers. I can see the $80-90 million for, but again, like you said, for a biopic, but still, it's Michael Jackson. So
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say I can see this movie in some ways having impact in a way that Black Panther did when it first came out.
Oh,
and what I mean by that is
Definitely.
like when Black Panther came out, and we spoke about this on the show before, when Black Panther came out, people were going dressed in, Wakandan, gear or African attire, and I can see this being similar. I can see people going with the gloves and wearing
the red leather jacket,
paraphernalia and all that kind of stuff. Like I can see that, man.
Oh yeah,
man.
I mean, it's crazy that you say it because I mean it's true because I've over the last few weeks, even on social media, I've seen a lot of different advertisements for like Michael Jackson shirts and all kind of stuff. So people are possibly gearing up to actually dress up like Michael when they go see this biopic.
Yeah, man. And one thing that's really been talked about, and we mentioned it earlier, is the performance of Jaafar.
Yes.
And Jermaine and Jackie have talked about, how he really morphed into their brother, his uncle. And, I think it was Jackie, I saw an interview with him, and he was even crying after watching the film, just talking about the performance that he did and how he really transformed himself into their brother Michael, man.
Man, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to go sit in the theater and enjoy this biopic.
Yeah, man. We talked about it earlier. There is a little bit of controversy because like we talked about it before on the show, how like they had to do reshoots on the film, which I think was like maybe like about $15 million extra.
Yeah.
They had to add to it. But apparently one of the accusers, because they did talk about the accusations against Michael, and apparently one of the accusers was mentioned in the film, but legally the film, they were barred from dramatizing this individual in the film. And so they had to go back and refilm and basically just take out all mentions of any of the allegations against him. So I think it kind of ends in a celebratory kind of way without mentioning it. But from what I've been hearing, like they captured so much footage or unused footage that there could potentially be a part 2.
Wow.
So I mean, we don't know. And I know there's gonna be people who are gonna, talk about, them kind of glamorizing everything without like really touching on certain subject matter. But I mean, it's like
it's hard to say because
again, it's a
touchy subject.
It's
a touchy subject, and again, I don't want to take anything away from anybody who has been abused in any kind of way, or say they have been abused, because I wasn't there, so I don't know. But again, for me as a fan, I just want to enjoy Michael Jackson.
But I mean,
And like you said-
we all knew that when this movie was announced that there would be some type of controversy about it. Even his daughter has come out,
That's right.
Jackson has come out saying that she had nothing to do with the film, and that people who were fans of him, they would like the film, they would love the film, but it's all been glamorized and it's not necessarily reflective of who he was, is what
Yeah.
she says. But then we get the flip side, and we hear from his brothers, and they say that they enjoyed it and they thought it was a great depiction.
Yeah.
So, there's always going to be some controversy when you're talking about Michael Jackson. He was a
Yeah.
controversial figure.
Yeah, and like you said, man, they're telling the story that they want to tell.
Yes.
So we can't be mad, we can't be upset. This is the story that the producers, the creators, the writers, the director wanted to tell and present to the rest of the world. So as you go and you watch it, you be selective in what you say, when it comes out and how you feel about it. And, if you have something that you want to say about it, it's a free country, get out there and just say it.
Yeah, I agree, man. But I know April 24th, I'm there front row, man.
Definitely.
Well, maybe not front row. I hate sitting in the front row at a movie theater, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will be in the theater April 24th. But one thing that we did not do, we talked about like it making between 80 to 90 million opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think this movie is going to bring in? Because I know what I think it's going to bring in.
80 to 90 million dollars opening weekend, and then over its run in the movie theater. If it starts out at 80 to 90 million, man,
That's a lot.
that's a lot. Man, that's a high number.
It is a high
That's a
number.
high number, man. So I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna stay safe, and I'm gonna go in the middle, and I'm gonna say probably about 500 million.
Okay.
About 500 million. What
Okay.
What about you?
Well, I know, like, again, Michael Jackson had grown men and women passing out in theaters, like not in theaters, but like just in seeing them.
Yeah.
Just from seeing them, being like within, like just getting a glance at
Yeah.
them. He had grown men and women just passing out, man. And I really feel that this is gonna have, again, like I talked about earlier, I think this is gonna have the same type of cultural impact that Black Panther had.
Okay.
And with that being said, man, I think this is gonna do $1 billion, man.
$1 billion?
Yeah, I think this is gonna do $1 billion, man. Like the highest grossing biopic was Bohemian Rhapsody,
Okay.
and it made $950 million. So I definitely think this can, and it was a great
It
film.
was a great film. Hey, Queen was a great group. So,
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But
But with all the buzz and everything that's going on, and as much as people like, and we know how big of fans of Michael Jackson
Oh,
you
yeah.
were of his
Yeah.
music,
yeah.
and we've seen people like, I actually think that people, like, especially if it's as good as what they're talking about, like people are gonna go back to the theaters and watch this film over and over, man.
Yeah. So, okay. So with that being said, and I didn't know Bohemian Rhapsody made 900 million.
$950 million, man.
Yeah,
it came close.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So yeah, I retract my answer of 500 million, and I'm gonna agree with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say $1 billion. I agree. You got this one right.
Okay.
$1 billion.
Hey, there it is, man. What do you get? Well, you know what? You actually bought something in the studio, though.
I did, man. Since we were talking about Michael Jackson today, I went in the crates and I picked out something special,
Okay.
and I brought it today, man. So look at that. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. Original, man. This is from 1979.
That's crazy.
This is not one of the ones you can go in Target or somewhere and buy. This is
the
not
replica. This
this is not a replica. This is not a remastered or whatever. This is the original 1979 Off the Wall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one for you too, man. This is the original
Man, look at that.
Thriller album.
Look at that.
Man, didn't you do like a pose like that before?
Yeah, I
you
have.
did do
I
that
have.
pose.
I
man.
have. I've done that pose
Every time
before.
you do that
you
pose,
serious.
it's gonna be a fire album.
Yeah, it's gonna
when you
be.
see that. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Like this is the original Michael Jackson Thriller, man. Like, it's about to come out, it's falling apart right now. So
Crazy.
as you can see, this is actually the original Michael Jackson Thriller album, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And let me tell you
There it is
something
right
about
there.
this right here. So the song Off the Wall, there were two versions
Okay.
of that song. One version was the original version doesn't have the clap.
Okay.
In there. And then so when they redid it, they added the clap.
Never knew that.
Yeah. So this particular one has the original on it.
Really?
There's no clap.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. There's no clap. So yeah, that's why it's special to me.
Yeah, man. Well,
Off
hey,
the wall, man.
There it is, man. Off the wall and Thriller.
And Thriller,
Man, but what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about the Michael Jackson biopic, man? Because I know we are.
Yes.
We will be there April 24th, man. So stay tuned, man. Let us know what you think.
Hee hee.